If you watched the first Christians from the outside, you probably wouldn't have thought you were looking at a movement that would change the world. Welcome to the Sebcast, the home of the #1 network for your life. This is where we hear stories anew, look deeper, and discover together how Jesus works today. You would see people eating together, people laughing, people visiting each other's homes. Acts 2 says they broke bread from house to house and ate together with gladness and simplicity of heart. It's a surprisingly everyday description of an extraordinary movement. No big stage, no impressive structures, just people around tables. And yet those simple, repeated moments formed a community that caught the attention of the Roman world. We have tended to associate spiritual growth with serious moments. Intense prayer, deep conversations, major decisions, and those moments are important. But what if much of the formation of our faith happens in something much simpler? In shared meals, in laughing together, in stories told over and over, in the kind of fun that is not superficial but connecting. There is a reason why people feel closer after a meal rather than after a meeting. There is something about eating and laughing together that opens a person up, that builds trust, that prepares the ground for honest conversations about life and faith. It's easy to think fun is the opposite of seriousness, but in many cases it is precisely fun that makes a sustainable community possible. When people can relax together, enjoy together, a kind of ease begins to grow. You feel safe enough to be yourself. You feel free enough to speak honestly. And in that space, faith naturally intersects with the reality of life, not as a formal program, but as part of the rhythm of relationships. In the early church, people didn't just gather to pray, they gathered to live. They entered each other's homes, knew each other's children, and heard each other's stories. The line between spiritual and ordinary was thin. Meals were not just meals, they were spaces where people carried each other. Laughter was not just laughter, it was the glue of community. And over time, that shared life formed people into people who lived differently, more generously, more faithfully, more hopefully. At the SA congregation, we talk about the #1 network for your life, where you live, work and play. Part of that vision is to realize that faith does not grow only in formal moments, but also in the ordinary, at a barbecue, over a coffee, at a birthday celebrated together. When people have fun together, they build memories. When they build memories, they build trust. And where there is trust, faith can take deep root. Maybe we sometimes have too narrow an idea of where God works. We look for Him in the dramatic, while He is often busy in the simple. In the laughter around a table, in the ease of people who know each other, in the kind of fun that brings people closer. Because when ordinary fun comes together with shared values and genuine relationships, something holy begins to happen. Then the everyday becomes a place where people not only relax but also, over time, are formed into people who can live and believe together. I invite you to come and do at the SA congregation. I invite you to join a growth group. We want to get to know you and support you. See you next week. Take care.